This content is brought to you by NotGospelStudios.com. Jim Caviezel, in my opinion, I thought his acting was good.
Yeah.
Here's what I didn't like, and this is probably where you and I kind of line up. I thought it was script because there were plenty of moments where he cries.
Yeah.
Where he's overwhelmed, and he's dealing with overwhelming stuff, so he cries. The acting is better, in my opinion, not when an actor cries. It's more emotional when you can tell the actor's trying not to cry.
Yeah.
When you can tell the character is trying really hard not to cry, that creates that motion like, oh man, they are wrestling right now. And I think too much, they gave away just, here's the tear, here's the classic tear coming down, here's another tear coming down in these dramatic scenes too quick, too often. And because of that, it took away from some of the dramatic moments.
There's like I said, the only
to me that could be a script thing.
Yeah, dude. I don't have like the only reason I give it like a 5 is because like it was kind of boring. That's just my opinion.
Gotcha.
Whatever. That's just my opinion. But like we didn't get like Count of Monte Cristo, Jim Caviezel, and I think that was a script thing.
Yeah.
But and then the thing with his wife was a little weird. Every conversation, it's like she's like, "Yeah, honey, go pick up the groceries. He might die." He might die. I'm sure those conversations were not, just go do it. I'm sure she was like having some sleepless nights, tearful nights. I would love to have seen that. But that's it. The reason, like I said, I give it a 5, I don't know, man. I have a hard time keeping my attention for films. Which is why I said, look, if you're saying Avengers as a 10, then this movie in my book is a 15. Because I'm giving Avengers a 3 and I'm giving Sound of Freedom a 5.
So the cool thing about this movie is everything was intentional and it didn't take away from the story. Like it's opened our eyes to this human trafficking that's very real. And even down to the after credit scene. Instead of being just a post-credit scene, there is a post-credit scene to this movie. And instead of being just a post-credit scene that is designed to entertain and make you laugh, it's like a post-credit scene with a deliberate purpose. It's a message from Jim Caviezel talking about the reality of human trafficking, talking about how how we need to share this film with people, giving people an opportunity to buy someone else's ticket so they can watch it.
That's Angel right there.
Yeah, just so they can see the reality of the situation and their eyes can be open to the truth about human trafficking. Like, to me, again, it challenged, like, I went to the cinema and felt like they were doing mission work through the cinema in a way that was entertaining.
I feel like in every Christian film that gets out there, let's get everybody there, and you just watch it and it's done.
Yes.
Angel literally just had a big hit with His Only Son on Easter. Now here's Sound of Freedom. Go buy it, get someone to buy a ticket. Here's the next thing. Here's the next thing. They are going to be the first legit, because here's the deal. You don't have famous Christian film companies. You don't. There's not one.
Yeah.
Angel is. And granted, they're Mormon, but dude, they're the first contender. They are going to come after Hollywood. Guaranteed. They already are.
Yeah.
God's Not Dead didn't come after Hollywood. God's Not Dead came out.
It came after the Christian audience.
Well, but this
not
did
after
too.
Hollywood. No, I feel like this one didn't seek the Christian audience. I think God's Not Dead sought I'm going to be the biggest movie in Christian entertainment, and this one's like, we want to be a big movie that everybody watches about a serious problem.
Think about this though. Give me the brand of God's Not Dead. It's not.
Exactly.
It's not Lucasfilm. Now, granted, Lucasfilm, whatever, but Lucasfilm, Indiana Jones, Star Wars, whatever.
Yeah.
Angel Studios, Sound of Freedom.
Yeah.
The Chosen. His Only Son. Like, dude, they're just...
They want to be a film studio who's not ashamed of their faith, and I think that's cool.
They're rock and roll
we
about
just
it.
make Christian movies. It's like we're a film studio who's not ashamed of our faith, and that's going to come through in our movies and our productions. It's going to.
That's what's... I was in the theater excited because I was like, dude, this is so cool.
Dude, there are so many moments, spoilers, by the way, so many moments with these kids where they show the process of how these kids are trafficked.
Most powerful moment in the movie was all that stuff.
When literally this lady who's a former Miss America, former pageant winner. She has the trust of these kids, is enticing, telling these parents that these kids could be superstars, and then they get them in a hotel room to take pictures and do interviews to see if they supposedly could win a contract. And they tell them parents to come back later that day, and then the kids are gone. No. And when they're doing this, the moment when they're taking the pictures and you can tell that they're starting to sexualize the kids, like the kids' hair are pinned up, and then they say, pull it down and put it over your shoulder, and they put a little lipstick on the girl, and they unbutton the subtle things they did, unbuttoning the shirt of the little boys and stuff. As a dad, I'm crying. I'm sitting there crying like, well, this happens. this really happens, and it tears you apart. If you have a soul and you have a conscience and you watch this and you're not, a pedophile, you have to lose your crap watching this. You're just like, this has got to stop. This cannot happen. This cannot happen to a kid. And the what's the catchphrase of the movie that I absolutely love? It's God's children are not for sale.
Yeah.
Dude, that, of course, man, you talk about hitting the nail on the head. God's children are not for sale. And they talk about the reason why this human trafficking is so huge and is overwhelming and making more money than drugs is because you can sell a kilo of Coke one time. You can sell a 6-year-old kid
For
10
10
times a
years.
day for 10 years. It's nuts, man. If you like this clip from the Not Gospel Studios channel, don't forget to share. Click on one of the other links and videos. You can find them here, and subscribe. I think it's down here. Tell your friends about us. Tell them that it's healthy, that it's vegan, and all of those things. Keep being awesome, because that's how God made you.